Alrighty, recording. So hi you guys, so welcome to my channel. I'm back with a new video, and you guys requested me to check out a video called, let's see, before and after fighting Islam Makhachev, I think is how you pronounce it. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but in the description it says this man being hailed as the next Habib. I've heard about him, but I'm not too familiar with him, so we're gonna see what he's all about. So I'm not gonna ramble. Let's get straight into this video. Alright.
Anybody you talk to about Islam says this kid is the next world champion.
How
This
old is
kid is it. Nobody in the world can beat this kid.
Fight fans, welcome back.
One thing I learned is he's really fucking strong.
He's still in first gear, man. You haven't seen this guy hit second, third.
Despite the unfolding of a new era, the lightweight division remains home to the UFC's roughest and toughest. Though as one unrivaled champion bows out, a void appears for the latest and greatest to take the helm.
You realize that Islam is every bit of the fighter as Habib.
Here we look at opponents before and after facing Islam Makhachev. Welcome to a Motivedia presentation.
I'm ready for everybody because nobody give me problem from top 10.
Islam Makhachev joins a recent wave of contenders to emerge from the Russian Republic of Dagestan.
After a 12-fight unbeaten run, fighting on some of Russia's biggest stages, Makhachev was expected to burst onto the UFC scene in style.
Then you have Islam. And Islam appears to be one of these guys whose names you better get used to.
However, just a week after his 24th birthday, Islam's grand introduction was knocked off track, as a huge overhand right from Adriano Martins out in Texas produced a shock defeat.
Islam got knocked the f out his first UFC fight. It just goes to show you that he's human. You forget when he's that dominant.
And he did get caught and he did get knocked out. And it is for sure a blemish on his record.
That's why I'm changing the work after this fight.
The setback would give Makhachev a couple of years flying under the radar, but the rebound would come along nicely, with a few convincing victories leading him into The next make-or-break moment would come against a man who stopped Martins, Makhachev's previous roadblock, in under 2 minutes. Full of confidence and looking for his 5th consecutive victory, Ragin' Cajun Johnson.
Wrong guy to do that.
And so I have to be honest with you, Cajun, when I saw this fight was booked, I was thinking, man, they're trying to get Cajun out of the UFC. That's the first thing that came to mind. What did you think?
I think I match up very good against him. I think that we're kind of like the antithesis to each other's styles. I think that he's a difficult fight for me, but I'm equally as difficult to fight for him. I'm not really worried about that anymore. I'm just focused on me and what I have to do. And I see it as a blessing. I'm not really worried about going to the ground with Islam Makhachev. I know a lot of people probably think I'm crazy by saying that, but it's really not a big deal.
Some ground and pound in round 1 opened up an armbar, making it a relatively easy night's work for Makhachev.
First round, they said?
So now I think you see and Dana Shanshobi understand I am deserved for top opponent.
And I know you 155-pounders don't want to admit it. You don't want to fight Islam. This is now the game.
A lot of people coming. Thank you, man.
Ну, отец всегда нам говорил, ты когда будешь уходить, Ислам должен прийти. Вот этот Ислам прошел вот этот путь.
What does it mean to you that Habib just brought you the belt and put it down there and said, because you're going to be champion one day?
I'm very waiting when he retired. I wanna fight for this belt. This is my dream.
A lot of people are very, very excited about you fighting Islam because they feel like he hasn't had a real challenge. And suddenly this fight is announced and everyone said, well, this is a guy that can put him in all types of trouble.
Oh, they never fight again. the guy like me, you know.
A year later, following a convincing victory over another incredible young talent, Islam would find himself up against another man looking to take his 5th straight W.
Morris is all but out here, that'll do it!
This time bringing the fire, the Tasmanian Devil, Davey Ramos.
I don't like to give the fight 15 minutes. I want to finish the fight. That's my style. That's what I'm coming for.
As you as an expert of submissions, what do you think of Islam's game?
They are so good. They're so good. But he cannot submit me, you know?
At this stage, it was a very dangerous fight for Islam to take.
Oh, big punches!
But with a clinical display of striking, he passed the test with flying colors.
I have some problems during my training camp, you know, what I hurt my feet. Makhachev is one of the best guys in the lightweight, and soon I think he's gonna fight for the title.
Hey, DC, tell this guy I deserve for top 15, or I wanna fight with Brock Lesnar.
Powerhouse Islam Makhachev.
You realize that Islam is every bit of the fighter.
So what I understood is way more competition in the light.
Big names were now being thrown in the mix for Islam, and the Khabib comparisons were gaining more and more traction by the day.
And if you talk to anybody at AK, Daniel Cormier, Josh Thompson, Luke Rockhold, they're like, he's actually does things a lot better than Khabib. And you're like, what the fuck?
Is this guy as good as everybody's, making him out to be? He's like the new hit kid. Is he that good?
There's a lot of the really smart guys that are staying away from him. I remember about 2 years ago, the only guy willing to fight him was Kevin Lee.
Oh yeah, that guy has real potential, and he can really fight. So that's a fight that really interests me. And I don't really care too much. I'm gonna make a statement against Islam. And I'm gonna do it on the same card that Khabib is fighting Tony, and Khabib can sit there and watch me beat up on his boy, and then we'll make some noise afterwards.
That was the time. You couldn't get one of the top draws. Kevin Lee's going, man, what's all the top? Come, I'll fly to Russia and fight this guy right now. But that was a period of time. Then Kevin hurt his knee.
Because all my life I've been training with champions. Now I think I'm ready for everybody.
This is the guy that it feels like nobody really wants to fight, but you seem to kind of welcome this fight. So why is that this is the kind of boogeyman that nobody wants, and you said, that's the guy?
The song is just so annoying with this music in the background. Shish.
3-fight win streak. Drew Dober.
History in the making.
Drew Dober is for real, and I think people have forgotten because he hasn't been very active. This is a really tough fight for Islam.
I've been familiar with Drew Dober for years. He's a savage.
Chasing challenges is something I've done since I got into the sport. And with my fight with Islam Makhachev, this is my opportunity to earn the respect, earn the eyes, earn the fans, and so I can showcase more in my next one.
Drew Dober is a beast, and I've seen him compete lately, and he seems to be getting better.
I think this fight will determine who the next champion could be. And the more people hype up Islam, the more excited I get to test this hype. I think he's overall a great martial artist, and when I make him uncomfortable, I want to see what kind of mistakes he decides to make.
Humble both in preparation and in defeat, after surviving an armbar, the American was overwhelmed in the third with a triangle finish.
That dude's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
Islam's, he's for real. That kid Drew Dober is very good. For him to handle Drew Dober that way, I was super impressed.
Pakistani wrestlers really know what they're doing. They're a problem that's no one has seemed to have solved quite yet. But man, I'm working to solve that problem, working for that rematch.
Now I cannot be quiet because I have 7 win streak now. Please, I need some top guy. I'm ready. I will be ready for anyone.
I saw Justin Gaethje, and first me, he goes, right? I'm like, yeah, it definitely felt like he's been doing that since he was 4 years old.
For him to be 15 right now is crazy. He is one of the top 10, if not top 5 lightweights in the world.
The manner in which he dominated his opponents was now making life tough for Makhachev, as very few fancied signing the dotted line.
Islam Makhachev, that's the boogeyman they're avoiding. He's so damn talented, but it's just people ducking for the man to get a fight.
Islam Makhachev is ready to fight anyone, but after watching what he did to Drew Dober, I can't imagine anybody lining up to say, I want to fight that guy.
Do you think that's because they're scared of you?
Yes, of course. I think they were scared.
Right, I mean, a lot of people look at him as like the guy nobody wanted to fight. I mean, do you think, what do you think about him as an opponent?
Eventually, despite being written off on the most part, it was Thiago Moises who would step up to the plate.
Khabib is the best lightweight of all time. You know, nobody's like Khabib, and Islam's not. It's definitely not like Khabib, you know. So he has a lot of holes in his games. Not a lot of holes on his game, but he has a couple holes in his games, and I want to explore that, you know.
I keep finishing like striking or submission, but
see, he's different compared to the previous one because they gave him the respect and saying, you know, he's good, but he's coming with a different tactic.
This
He's from Brazil.
With a win over Islam, I deserve a top 5 opponent. You know, I'm gonna be right in the mix for a title match.
Ultimately, the Brazilian would give a great account of himself in a clean technical fight. But in the fourth, following a huge slam, Makhachev would seal the deal.
Drops him, and Israel goes in for the kill.
I'm coming. I'm here. Tell these guys, I'm coming. Now I'm gonna talk. You know, nobody stop me.
That Islam's a problem, dude.
Yeah. I grew a lot as a fighter. You know, after my last fight with Islam, and I know that I'm gonna become a champion one day. You know, I could see after that fight. You know, especially.
It seems like a stylistic nightmare for him because of your ability to grapple and take guys down. I mean, we saw what you just did to the last guy, and he's a jiu-jitsu black belt.
With past history to set the narrative, fans were hopeful of seeing Islam fight Ferguson 3 months later.
My dream fight's Tony because I wanna just help him retire it. You know, he's old, his mind's a little bit crazy.
Unfortunately, calls were left unanswered, and the pressure was swiftly passed on to the shoulders of the UFC's trusty lightweight yardstick, the hangman, Dan Hooker.
I say he's the next Khabib, and he's just gonna waste you, and like it's just gonna be, he's just gonna destroy you. It's just like there's definite skill there, but I would love to be the first one to get out there and just make him look human.
He's like a very skinny guy. When I'm gonna be close with him, I'm gonna take him down when I want.
They've seen me fight. They know how dangerous I am. I know they respect my abilities. This is his party. I'm just here to spoil it. That's my whole plan.
The Aussie only loses to top opposition. And this fact alone, alongside a 2-minute demolition job, showed us just how impressive Makhachev really is.
He beat him in 2 minutes?
Yeah, that's fighting. One good mistake against the grappler of that level, and it just... God, poor Hooker, too, like...
It wasn't like he was on top of me and I was like, wow, like this is it's nothing like that. Like I in reflection, it's all my mistakes which led to the outcome like that.
Dan Hooker, as good as he is, as tough as he is, and everyone loves the guy because he'll fight anyone, anytime, anywhere, just got taken to school.
Because this division now, a little bit sleep.
You certainly did show that there are levels to this game and you are on another level. I mean, it didn't even seem like you broke a sweat.
Makhachev said in the post-fight press conference, I didn't need a shower after that fight. Wow.
They lose, win, they just come to make business. But I'm coming for take this belt.
Look how far we came.
Opening 2022 in style, some great matchmaking would see Makhachev prepared to face Beneil Dariush at the Apex.
Beneil Dariush and Islam Makhachev, you still want to make that fight next?
I do, but Joe Rogan just grabbed me in the hallway and told me not to.
I think he's fairly rated, yeah. I just don't think he's ever fought me. That's the difference.
However, with a fortnight to go, a broken ankle would see Dariush ruled out. Instead, it was fellow Californian and 10-year UFC veteran Bobby King Green that would take his place.
With the King, I'm seeing real growth.
You do anything you put your mind to. I'm living proof. Trying to milk the New York masses. That is it.
We're doing what so many could only dream about doing, and you stepped up to the plate when nobody else
Yeah,
would.
Bobby Green ain't afraid of nobody, so if anybody's gonna step up to this challenge, this scary person,
it'll be King Bobby Green.
I guess you guys are being little bitches, you know. I'll do it. Let me show you how I do this shit. You know, snatch that shit and I'll go in. You know, give me paid and I'll do it.
No, we know.
He is like great guy, you know. They're very funny, fun to watch him. But there's levels always.
Let me show you some real G shit. Get in there and do this shit with the highest guy in our fucking division. I'm gonna walk in there like a gangster and punch that guy right in his fucking face.
We're gonna talk inside the cage. I'm gonna take him down and tell him, hey, let's go, get out.
I'm definitely the wild card, the Joker, you know. So I don't think he's seen anything like me.
Credit where it's due for taking a fight that nobody wanted on short notice. But unfortunately, Green's fate would be no different to the rest, suffering a trademark first-round mauling.
The first round? Finito. Oh my God.
Okay, but you just said it's a first. What did you mean by that?
I mean, first time I got taken out like that, you know, it really sucks. I feel what you're doing and I understand what you're doing now. And so if we ever cross paths, I'll be prepared for him.
One thing I learned is he's really strong.
So patient, he's so strong, and he just goes little, and little until he gets right where he wants to be.
Islam Makhachev's the best lightweight in the world, man. It's not close.
It's not close?
I don't even think it's close, man. I think he's gonna wash any dude that he gets in that cage with.
It's another finish.
So they work out. He's got rawness.
Debut aside, Makhachev has stepped firmly over the potential banana skins and last-minute opposition to put himself in the firing line for a title shot.
Another one of these great fighters from Dagestan, Russia.
The UFC might have other plans, but after Oliveira's incredible performance against Gaethje last month, a collision between the division's two high flyers would be chaos.
The champion right now at lightweight is Charles Oliveira, but a lot of people think that the biggest threat to the throne is one Islam Makhachev.
Like you said, you think he beats Charles?
Yes, I do.
Do you think he beats Beneil?
Yes, absolutely. I don't even think that Beneil has a chance against him.
Another enormous talent in an ever-growing line of dangerous Dagestani fighters, despite being a breed who focus on getting the job done. Makhachev remains humble.
But doesn't matter, step by step, and now I know I'm very close to this title.
And if the career of his well-known predecessor is anything to go by, the best is certainly yet to come.
Honestly, I want to smash all my opponents like Khabib too.
We heard that smash before. Oh, and they showed Hamza at the end. No, he seemed like he is one of the ones, you guys. Sheesh. And just that he's so intimidating and that nobody really wants to fight him. Like that definitely does something to your confidence as well, with obviously the talent and like that strength, how they train is just different. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. This music in the background was so loud. Sheesh. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed it. Hopefully I see you in another video. Appreciate you watching.